Okay, so it's almost summer, which means it's almost time for summer road trips. One of our patients asked us for a road trip mobility program. So, we've done some of these anti-sitting programs, we've done some of these other things. This is going to be specific to you being, in the car, driving, shortened, one leg out, like this, neck forward for potentially hours on end, right? So let's go through a couple little things that you can do. Don't do it on the side of the road because that's a little scary, but in a parking lot, before you get in the car, after, you need to take a little break, something simple, something quick, 4 easy moves. First one, just go ahead and leave that door open. And all I'd have you do is just step up. And so no matter, hopefully your car isn't so big that you can't get your front foot up into it. But for most vehicles, this would be totally appropriate. So one foot in the door jamb and the other leg's gonna be back. We're just gonna do essentially a standing hip flexor stretch. So if I'm here, I'm getting up nice and tall, this left leg is my stance leg, I'm just gonna squeeze my butt cheek on that left side, and I'm gonna get a big stretch down the front of my thigh there. If I need to hang on to something, I can. And then from there, I can just kind of rock forward and back 10 times. I can rock side to side 10 times, just always feeling that stretch. Then I can always rotate towards the same side as that forward leg. Again, kind of hanging on to things so I don't get too unbalanced there. So do that on both sides. So 10 forward, back, 10 side to side, 10 with a little bit of rotation on each leg. Again, looking for that stretch right here, okay? Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to open up that pec a little bit. So if we can just kind of come up to that open door jamb, I'm gonna get into a stagger stance, so one foot in front of the other. I'm gonna think about keeping my belly tight a little bit, and I'm just gonna try to turn my torso just a little bit and get a nice stretch across the front of the pecs here. So as I'm doing that, I'm gonna try to focus my breathing into my belly. I don't wanna strain so hard that I'm holding my breath. Our body will not adapt and stretch and lengthen and relax that way. So just a nice little stretch, breathe in and out of your belly, maybe about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. Into the next one, we can go into a lat stretch. So we're gonna try to get through here and even just open up that upper back a little bit. So not that it looks like a road stop and that you're under arrest or anything like that, but I would have you either take your hands and either put it on the side of the car, you can even put it up here if that makes more sense. But what I'd have you do is, can you reach those arms out long, and you can even turn those thumbs up to the sky. And if you just sit your butt back a little bit, I'm gonna feel a big stretch through here, and I should even feel like a lengthening through that spine. So again, if I'm here driving, I wanna see if I can get here and lengthened. So again, arms out straight, thumbs up, keep that chest up as I push my head through my arms and try to stick my butt back. Again, pause here for a few breaths and come in and out of that. Give me about 10 of those. So you get a nice stretch here. Don't push so hard that you get any kind of pinchy or, kind of cranky feelings in your shoulder. It should just be a nice, comfortable stretch, okay? Then the last one's gonna be similar to the first one, except we have a different intention. So I'm gonna have the same thing. I'm gonna put that one foot back, that other foot forward. I'm gonna put one hand, so for me, that right leg is forward, so my left hand is gonna go down onto that same floorboard of the car. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach up to the sky. So I'm gonna get a little thoracic rotation. I've now stretched out my pec, I've stretched out my hip flexor already, and I'm just gonna try to use the spinal rotators a little bit. And then I can even go down and try to touch my elbow down to that ankle and then back up. And give me about 10 of those on each side, okay? If you got a tailgate, it's really nice to do on a tailgate too. So these 4 movements should keep you loose, keep you flexible, keep you from just turning into this driver that's doing this. So hopefully whenever you get wherever you're going, you can just enjoy being there and feel refreshed as you are on your journey. All right, give it a try.